Peace to the family. This is that new Amber 30th anniversary vintage green vinyl vinyl LP. As you can see, Amazon, look what Amazon did me. So I hope the record is not damaged. Let's see. Yep. I hope the record is not damaged. And if it is, I may not even bother sending it back, because, you know, their returns process is really quite, at least in my area, it's a little bit more than what I want to do. Okay. Looking good. You know, I'm satisfied with that. Okay, now I'm going to get this right. So let me look at something real quick. This right here, family. This is the album. This Is Your Night. Now, let me get it out the box so we have a visual. Okay, very well wrapped, I must say. Okay, and I will try to recycle. Okay, good night, family. Amber looking absolutely delicious on the album cover. Boom. So this is the This Is Your Night 30th anniversary vintage bottle green limited edition deluxe edition limited deluxe reissue remastered. You know, for all the dance music fans, you know Amber with the iconic club banger of all bangers, This Is Your Night. So she reissued her debut album. And I think if you're into dance music and you collect vinyl, I think this would be kind of nice to add to the collection. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, let me just jump into the voiceover, family. So, as you can see here, the album, and I'm going to be a little bit critical about the vinyl, about the actual the physical record, the product, that, you know, the cover, the imagery and everything. As you can see here, you get some nice imagery, which I do like. You get the iconic sort of lotus blossom goddess image from the video. The album cover, this here, I thought the resolution seemed kind of low. Maybe it was originally designed for CD, so you know when you blow it up bigger and put it on a LP, um, maybe you lose some resolution. So I thought the image could have been a little sharper there. Um, I point to this Janet Jackson gatefold because I would have liked to see this vinyl released as a gatefold, because you know it is the 30th anniversary, so it's like do something a little bit special, you know, make it deluxe. um you know, This Is Your Night, that one single, that is an iconic song. I think on the strength of that alone, this album is always going to be referenced. People are always going to come back to it when we talk about dance music, dance history. So I would have liked to see something a little more deluxe, a little more upscale. I thought the album cover, I would have liked to see that that nice premium glossy paper. The paper here is quite thin and flimsy. Like I said, the image is a little low res. Um, I really, a gatefold would have been nice because then you get, you can add lyrics and different images, and it would have just been a nice presentation. And I think it would have truly been befitting of the 30th anniversary. I think a record like this deserved that kind of treatment. Who's ever doing the manufacturing, next time, hopefully we can get something a little more deluxe. So a very quick review of the album. This was my first time listening to this album from beginning to end. I only knew the two singles, This Is Your Night and Color of Love. This Is Your Night is probably one of my favorite dance songs of all time. But this was my first time listening to her entire album from beginning to end. And it was, it didn't blow me away, but it was cool. It was cool. It had a lot more R&B flavor than I expected. Couple songs that stood out to me, of course, This Is Your Night. Again, insane banger of all time. One More Night, which had kind of, One More Night has a very 90s pop vibe. I think it's going to take you right back to that 90s pop sound. Um, Can You Feel the Love? That was a nice little Eurodance track. And then Losing Myself in Your Love, very strong R&B vibe, very nice, I think. So you can hear a lot of the house elements in this. You can hear a lot of the R&B elements. I think the album is strongest when it's in that Euro house, Euro dance sound. I would have liked to see Amber work with maybe like Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, maybe a Teddy Riley. I think that would have brought even more of a soulful energy to this project. Depending on what she was going for, um, I think what they did worked here, and it's a nice record to listen to. It's 90s pop, it's lighthearted, not too complex, it's sweet, it's fun. So very happy to add it to my collection.